he's coming from. But in the video, Sean, he also says that we should give these people aid, give them self-determination. And in that respect, he sounds like Dick Cheney and Geraldo Rivera circa 2003. We already tried that. We gave them all of those things, and they're ingrates. We know how that turned out. We left Iraq ignominiously in the dead of night. And so this guy should just dummy up. If they're threatening to attack America, see you in New York, we should bomb them.
Hey, Dick Cheney's on this program, and, he points out the attack on the U.S. could be worse than 9/11, Geraldo, and you know how bad it was.
Well, putting aside what the Vice President said, just may I address Russell Brand. I think that he's a horrible actor. Arthur was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Attack again.
The worst ever. But furthermore, where are the beheaded bodies here at Fox News? I mean, that kind of hyperbole only undermines any argument he has. And by the way, despite Bernard's kind of backhanded slap about 2003 and our ignominious retreat, I believe that we should have bombed the columns. I think that Judge Jeanine Pirro was absolutely right. It's not too late. We should unleash the drones. Wherever you see a vehicle with one of those black flags flying in northwestern Iraq, let's get them.
I agree that with Geraldo that this kind of hyperbole does not help the public's understanding. It doesn't help. We can't have a serious discussion about the news at hand. It's kind of like when you compared my husband to Al-Qaeda. No offense or anything.
Oh. All they do is attack each other, folks. It's all about demeaning each other.
Terrorist organization in the world.
I just got to point out here, this is all about demeaning each other and breaking each other down. That's literally what they're doing here. They are just treating each other like class citizens, as well as treating Russell Brand as a lower class citizen. He's attacking the concept of what the lady was saying with, radical Satanism. I mean, she was really just being an extremist, and it's the truth. I mean, he wasn't being an extremist. He was pointing out what she was doing, and then to sit there and bash him to where saying, he's a skank, that blew me away. You really just called him a skank. Did you have nothing else that you could say? So that's just phenomenal. Here, I'm going to try to get this last clip in here, folks, where he actually discusses the Judge Jeanine comment.
$5 billion. I don't think that was media covered a recent scandal. Stability in that region. We love her, although we give him a hard time.
Here we go, folks. This is going to be our last audio clip, and then I am calling it a night. I just wanted to share this with you because this is something that gives me hope when I see people out there who are fighting for us and really fighting for this change in the world to become free, to have a world that is, and this is just his opinion. All he's asking for is change. He wants people who are smarter than him to really choose these things because he doesn't feel like he's smart enough. And that's one thing I think that a lot of people are misjudging on this character, Russell Brand, and Jon Stewart as well. I've heard a lot of ridicule from some of these people who think they're intelligent, and it's like you really can't compare to people who don't even compare themselves to intelligent people. They know that they're smart. They know that they've gotten the money they've gotten because they're successful, but they don't think they're geniuses. They just think that they know what's going on in the sense of all of us Americans can see this isn't working. So here's going to be Russell Brand's clip. This is going to be the last thing we play tonight, and then we will be going. This is on his YouTube show, everybody. Just throw this in. YouTube show. He'll announce it here.
Russell Brand, welcome to Cruise US Special. We're going to look at some American media, notably Fox News.
They come here to kill us, and we worry about what they think of us. Hello, and welcome to Justice.
This is Justice, Judge Jeanine.
So what should we do? Send in more troops to protect sacrifices already made? Cut a deal with the devil, Iran?
Iran is not the devil, and referring to them as such is incendiary and provocative. She's talking about the situation in Iraq. She's adjudged Iran to be in league with Satan, or even the embodiment of Satan.
So right there, folks, I just want to interrupt. You just heard the audio clip of what are they called? The Great American Panel or whatever from Fox talking about Russell Brand attacking Judge Jeanine. You heard the audio clip they used. This is the beginning of his actual audio clip. So already he's bringing up a valid point. She called Iran the devil, and that is just horrible. I mean, if Iran is looking at us in our main media and seeing how Americans think of them and whether or not our relations are good, I mean, that's something that, how are we even going to establish good relations if most Iranians see that our news is calling them devils? I mean, just first thing right there, that obviously the news panel that bashed Russell Brand completely left out, which I thought was phenomenal. But, who am I? I'm definitely nobody compared to Russell Brand or these news people who have enough money to do whatever they want and say whatever they want and not be count credible for it. Not Russell Brand, but the news people.
Of course, the preceding decades and certainly contribute to the instability in that region, which generates the problem. There should be no further intervention or meddling because that's what led to the problem in the first place. Over to you, Justice.
The ISIS assault, the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria signals the beginning of the reverse crusade. They are coming for us. To them, we are the infidel.
Hold on. They're not. They're not coming. But also, it's interesting when she said to them, we are the infidels, meaning that she regards them as infidels, which means unclean, disconnected from God. Don't try and counter religious extremism with religious extremism.
Americans have shed enough blood there. My resolution? Airstrikes. Bomb them. Bomb them. Keep bombing them. Bomb them again and again.
Fucking hell, Justice Justine. Bomb them. She's pointing everything. Bomb them. When they do these boys, it creates more insurgents. That's what creates them. Don't think of the bomb as going down there and destroying stuff. Think of it as just like a seed that goes into the ground and grows insurgents out of it. It creates more terrorism doing it.
And I don't care how long it takes. Just take out ISIS. Take out their convoys and take out those troops.
Imagine living with this woman. All right, love. No, I'm not all right. Get in there and make my dinner. Cook it and cook it again. I don't care how long it takes. Oh, fucking hell. You have to have a full day at work at a course or something. Mind your own business. I will punch you and punch you again. And the cock balls there. Look, I'm going to see if I can get this marriage annulled. I'll anal you. Annulled. All right, let's look at the sugar.
And even though our president says he didn't know, they told us they were coming for us. The head of this band of savages.
Yeah, don't describe your fellow human being. What that's like doing is, we all feel frightened sometimes, and I say so someone mugs me or beat me up. I might, in the immediate aftermath, go, that fucking bastard, they're like animals. Oh, I hate it. Hanging's too good for them. Then I come down, I come over, I have a cup of tea and everything, talk to some people, and I go, right, probably they were really poor and that, and I am quite lucky to have all these resources and rich and stuff. Well, probably we need a fairer society, and if you want stuff like that to end, you're going to have to be fair and actually justice, ironically, justice is the middle road. That's the thing that's required, is justice, tolerance, and compassion, letting them out to self-governance, aid for the refugees in the region, try and stabilise them and help them to create infrastructure. Not the bombing system, not referring to fellow human beings as savages. That'll make things much worse.
ISIS is a fanatical religious terrorist organization.
So is Fox News. It's a fanatical terrorist propagandist organisation. This isn't reasonable, is it? Like the way she's talking. Bomb them. Imagine, but she's worse. Like when you see them videos of someone like a thing on with a rifle, like going, hey, we'll bomb and bomb. They're like, fucking hell, they're a bit heavy. She's doing it. She's just doing it with a city backdrop. She's a savage. She's espousing savage values.
And if you think they are nothing more than ragtag rebels, you are wrong. They are a sophisticated band of militants who add to their ranks by emptying out jails and have $1.5 billion.
I don't think they're that well funded. It's well funded as the American government or Halliburton or many of the corporations that went into that region in the immediate aftermath of the war to exploit commercially the opportunities that have been created and the resources that have become available as a result of the international Britain, including assault on Iraqi soil. No wonder people are pissed off. No wonder people are but then people, militants, ragtag bobtails, whatever she thinks they're called, or they're not that old, what they are is human beings that have organised to deal with an extreme situation. The way to deal with it is to ameliorate
centralized command structure superior to Iraq's military command. With corporate reports and savvy social media, they measure their performance by the number of deaths.
And really just making stuff that foreign people do sound worse. Like, America does have armies, does have trained killers that they unleash to meet their objectives. So does Britain, so does everybody. That's the rules of the game. Only when the most powerful nations go, should we stop doing this? It seems like a terrible system. Only then will the smaller nations even have any alternative. They've got no choice. That's the only option available to them. We've removed all other. Well, they say JFK's here. When you make peaceful revolution impossible, you make violent revolution.
Now, Mr. President, you may see yourself as a war hero.
The tide of war.
So I'm going to stop that, guys, because we're already running late here. But just to show you, right there, you heard the clip before, the Great American Panel, as they call themselves, used one segment of Russell Brand's attacking of Judge Jeanine. Because, they couldn't use the whole clip. They couldn't sit there and waste that airtime, because it would be waste, because they'd be wasting their listeners away to another person. Because as soon as listeners really got to hear the full story, you guarantee that they wouldn't be judging Russell Brand the same way. I mean, I don't even know if these reporters actually even got to listen to the whole clip. Because if they did, then how can they attack this man that way? I mean, what he was saying was completely legit. I mean, Fox is a propaganda machine. What she was saying, when she comes out, this is, ISIS is a terror network. Iran is the devil. We are going to have to sell our souls. Like, that is complete Christian American fear-mongering right there. Propaganda at its finest. And they tried to compare Russell Brand to, Fox has tried to compare Russell Brand to being Nazi socialist so many times. And you know what? If that's not Nazi propaganda, I don't know what is. And you can call it socialism, you can call it Nazism, you can call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter, folks. It's the concept, the radical being of pushing things that aren't real, pushing a propaganda media machine that is all about corporate dollars. So that's it, folks. That's what we're covering tonight. Our segments were Tech Tips and Tricks and the Other Side here on Thrice's Daily Download. This is Thrice with FreedomizerRadio.com. We will be live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Time. And we bring you the daily couple little bits of news there at the beginning, and then we hit you with some segments. They can be any segments, any night. We do change it up here on Thrice's Daily Download, bringing you information, streaming it straight into your brain.